Alright YouTube, I am back out here with this GTI, and when I say I'm back out here, we've had a couple of days of just rain. So I got interrupted right in the middle of when I last started on this thing, and just kind of got everything out of the way. So I'm kind of pinched in between everything here, but I don't want to really move anything out of the way because it's actually supposed to rain more. I think I just got a small break, a little window here. I thought hopefully I can come out here and make some progress on it, so while I've got some time. So anyways, I'm going to pull these carbs off this 20-year-old fuel line. I guess I don't trust it. It's going to be, my guess is carburetor is going to have a lot of maybe some green jello in it, but I'm going to get those off and we're going to take a look at them, open them up, and I don't have a rebuild kit right now. I've got a bunch of leftover gaskets and such. Hopefully I've got enough that I don't have to purchase. Just a few months ago, I've got a GTS 98 GTS that I ordered a carb kit on. I got a lot of few extra gaskets and so forth. So hopefully I got enough to just work on this without having to order and more time waiting on that to come in. So alright, I'm gonna pull you off there. I'll show you real quick. I've already kind of started. I've undone the fuel lines from the carburetor. What I have left is I got 4 bolts in the carburetor, and I've got to get the throttle choke and the oil linkages off of it. And so let's get started on that while I've got some time and break in the weather. Here's what my plans are. You duck down in here once again. I haven't checked the fuel filter, but I'm going to pull that off. But I've got these gray lines, as you see, that I got to finish replacing. And right up there in the middle of the screen is the fuel cock, and it's kind of underneath, or just on the other side of like the steering bracket. So I'm going to get them off here just by removing the fuel selector tab here, and that'll just drop it down into the fuel or into the hole, and then I can get those swapped out. So what I'm going to work on now is, you can see I've already done and got it in the water. I've already taken off the fuel lines here and here, taped them up out of the way, and so I'm going to get these 4 bolts off the carburetors, and I've got these point right, got these linkages here to take off, and we'll get this carburetor out of here and see what it looks like on the inside. All right, real quickly before I get this carburetor out of here, I want to show you something, because I've seen other videos on YouTube taking carburetors out, but the choke linkage, you don't need to take out these bolts here. It's not focusing. There we go. I guess my fat hand's in the way. I don't know what size, maybe a 1/16, a little it's in there, an Allen wrench. So you just put it, insert right there, and give it a turn to the left, and it'll pop right out. And do the same thing when we're ready to put this back in. I'm going to slide it through there, and I'll just tighten it down. But don't take out these bolts. You don't need to do that with that. Just a little, maybe a 1/16 or maybe a little bigger will release it, and you can just pull it out. All right. So real quick, I've got it. Took the 4 bolts out, and so I've laid it down on its side, and so now I'm going to undo the linkages here, and we'll get this thing out of here. Alright, so I got the carburetor out, so now we're on the bench here. And what I was saying earlier, pick you up and show you over here, I've got a couple of bags of just Seadoo gaskets and diaphragms and such, and I mean, I may not have what I need in here. I'm hoping that I've got at least something if I had to rebuild. I've got a little Tupperware bowl here with little parts, needles, gaskets, or whatever. So just pulled those out in case, and hopefully I can use some of those. And already I'm concerned. I don't know if these carbs ever been out of the ski. It took, you can see the residue here. I had to really crank on these 4 bolts to get them out. And so immediately I was thinking, you know, don't twist them off in here. But I got them out. But any of you guys take carburetors apart, you know where I'm going here is, depending on when last this thing was taken apart, I have a fear of stripping out these bolts, and especially on the inside of this thing. So we'll get started. I may be surprised, but it's always a concern of stripping out these bolts. But let's go ahead and get started. Yeah, so it's not budging. Let me flip it over and just real quickly see what I've got on here. All right, this one released. You can hear it snap loose. That's a great sound. Let's see, let's hope all 4 of them do that. I just wonder if that one did it. Oh, that one. All right. We're in good shape so far. 3 out of 4. There we go. Let's get our first look inside of this thing. You know, from the outside it doesn't look bad, and the fuel in there, that just may be the color. Let me bring it down where you can see it. I'm going to peel that off, but that looks kind of thick, milky, doesn't it? We'll see. Let's take a look at it's not too bad. Let me get me some needles here to get that out. I'm just remove this basically this O-ring here just to see. Oh, come on. See how dry it feels. I've used these little hooks so long, I've just kind of broke them off and they're dull at the end. So definitely going to see if I have something in there. You can kind of feel the that kind of dry rot, kind of rough feeling. So let me put that over here. Let's take this off here. Get that down. I'm not getting it where you can see it. So right over here is where I'm really interested in pulling out to see what this filter, this diaphragm. What do you think? It's not as bad. I expected, you know, some green jelly in here, but let me see. All right. That is definitely, let me bring you down here. Let me find the camera here. So that is definitely dirty. I know that I have another one of these. So let me get one, an unused one I know that I have in here. Let's kind of do side-by-side comparison. And I don't know if you can see, if I can pick that up, but you can definitely see through it as opposed to the dirty one. So we're definitely going to change that. I'm not even going to clean this out. Just throw it off to the side here. And so I definitely do have some of that green junk that is coming off of my fingers. Again, I don't know if it's picking up on the camera, but you can see if you can see the gook on here. So definitely need to clean this up some, but it's not as bad as I thought. Not as bad as I thought. So let's go ahead and peel this off and take a look at the inside of here. That's a little different. It's almost like, you know, it could be the two-stroke, but it's more of a black looking oily fuel than, yeah, I don't know. I don't like what I'm seeing here. We'll set this off here. We've got to get me a rag, but all right. I don't want to break my arm attachment here, but I just want to get this off. And they're all kind of different, maybe not. Just disconnect those two. All I did was cut the zip tie off on this one. Move this one out of the way. Again, I don't know if the light is picking it up well here, if you can see it, but it's definitely a green looking junk. Ooh, that got me right in the face. I'm probably gonna wipe this down, but I'm gonna put it in some, let this soak. What have I got here? Some Kim dip underneath my bench here, and I'm gonna set this down in it and let this soak. But let me see. Well, this gasket is not coming off. I should have some extra gaskets. I think I'm good there. I'm kind of concerned I'm not going to have everything I need to. Might as well just order. And I'm not going to fool trying to get this off right now. So let's see if I can crank on this a little bit without stripping it out here. That's good. Got that broken loose. Two down. What we got in here. Actually not too bad. Doesn't feel dry. I think I've only got one of these, so I may pick the worst one. Well, that depends if I go ahead and order a kit, but that is not as bad as I thought, or thought it would be. You can check this out. I expected a lot more green jello. All right, let's take a look at our needle here. No way that I'm going to be able to see that. So, got some old plastic magnifying glass. I'm going to take a look at it to see what I'm looking for. If it's ridges or an indentation or crease, however you want to say it, has formed around the cone. And if it has, I can't feel it. It feels good actually. So. And I'm not seeing anything. So the needle actually looks good. Keep these with this parts over here together. That screw is not, I'm going to have to get a different size. Again, I don't want to. Okay, here we go. Okay, that one broke loose. This one. Oh, got it. I'm sure that I have another one of these gaskets in my stash. So I'm gonna go ahead and chunk this one off to the side. All right, let me try. I got one more. I can't tell. There's kind of soaked in gas here. And I'm almost positive I also have this as well. But just in case, I'm gonna set it off here. Now, I believe I can get some needle nose, I believe. Can we pull these out? Let's see. Don't want to damage this, so I'm not gonna. That was really easy. Too easy. And I know that I've got, that is really, if you can pick that up, see the gunk all across the top, just coming right out on my finger here. So, let's see if I know I've got one, I just hope it's the right size. Let's see. What do you think? Looks like the perfect match. So I'm going to toss this one to the side. I'm going to be using that one. And so there is, I don't know if it just fell off my finger. I'd have to look at the, yeah, but there is junk down here. So let's see real quick. Let me clean it up so I can make sure I get the right. Get the right size screw to work on getting these jets out, cleaning them up. It's too big. Probably too big. Yeah, it is. I don't really have a small. Yeah, let's see. Probably down in here. That is not coming. So. Not good. Let me try to find a smaller one than this. I have a smaller one here, but this is not ideal. I can't. Well, let's see if I get some leverage on it. None. All right. Come up with another plan here. This should work. I cannot get good leverage on this. So these jets may be staying in here. I may just be shooting down in here to. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'll probably just, for right now, turn this off. I've got a pin dip here. And I'm probably just going to drop one at a time. I don't think I've got enough room to do both. I might. I believe I've taken off I'm going to take off this fuel line. I definitely don't want to stick that down in there. So I've taken off the rubber parts, gaskets, diaphragms. So right now I'm just going to put this in the Chem Soak and straighten this up a little bit. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just do one at a time right now. I'm going to let this soak, and I'm going to come back later. I'm going to check to see if I've got the gaskets and everything I need, and I'll probably let this sit for a day. I'm no hurry. It's early in the week, and so you've seen one side. I'm just going to do the same thing to the other side and check everything there. If there's anything really interesting, then I'll bring you back in and show you, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be the same. And so I'm going to go from there. I'm going to dig in my little stash bag and see if I've got everything, hopefully everything, to replace my gaskets and so forth here. And so we'll go from there, get this cleaned up, eventually get this back on the ski. And so right now I'm going to, while this is soaking, I'm going to go out there and work on the I'll just pick you up here. We're going to head back out here. And let me get my tools and we'll head back out here and let's get these fuel lines off the GTI.